host for today. We are going to be continuing the same poses as yesterday's class. So we're focusing on the week for back bends, and then at the end of the week we'll have one big class, and it will be amazing, and I hope everybody loves it. But for today, what you will need, and not necessarily what you will need, but it might be helpful to have, is a couple of blocks if you have those available, a blanket, any type of blanket works, and your blocks, if you don't have blocks, anything that mimics a block, right? Like if you've got bricks or boxes or whatever. And then also possibly, oh, my stuff is everywhere today, I don't know why, and then a strap that you have. And again, it doesn't have to be a specific yoga strap. It can be a tie, it can be a scarf, it can be a towel. Anything to kind of, we're going to use them on our feet. So anything that can kind of help maintain the stretch in the middle of it. So definitely does not have to be a full strap at all. And for today, let's go ahead and start in a rock pose. So we're going to come to our shins. And sit on the back of our feet. If this isn't comfortable, this is where the blocks come in handy. You can take a block and kind of prop yourself up on that block right here to kind of relieve some of the pressure that is being placed onto the ankles and the top of the feet. But if you're down for this, go ahead and take your rock pose, and we're going to put our hands on our thighs. And then just take a couple of breaths. You can close your eyes down if you want, and just start noticing where your body is for the day. Don't change anything, but notice maybe you have tension in your shoulders. Maybe you have tension somewhere in your face. Wherever you're holding your tension at, let's start removing it now. So go ahead and inhale. Bring your shoulders up, and then on the exhale, let everything drop. And then let's do that one more time. Inhale. Breathe in through the nose, and then on the exhale, open your mouth. Let it drop. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders, bring them up to the ears, tighten everything. Let it go. All right. Maybe give yourself a couple more wiggles, roll your neck around, whatever feels good here. Let's go ahead and close our eyes down. Sit up nice and tall all the way from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Your chin is going to be parallel with the ground. Start inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. And we're going to take a couple of deep breaths here, deep belly breaths. So we're going to inhale, we're going to fill the belly, sending the breath down into the belly, into the lungs, and up through the chest. And then on the exhale, do the same. So push out through the belly and then through the chest. Let's do that again. Inhale and exhale. So you're making a little wave with your belly while you're doing this. So you're going to inhale and expand the belly. And as you keep inhaling, you're going to keep expanding up through the chest. And then on the exhale, the first thing you're going to start pushing is pushing into the belly and start emptying air in the belly. And then all the All right, and we're going to take our hands and we're going to interlace our fingers behind our back. I'm going to roll our shoulders down and back. And we're just going to hold this stretch just for a few moments. We're going to sit up nice and tall in our rock pose. And then maybe take a slight back bend and look up towards the ceiling, sending the hands down to the floor. And then go ahead and bring that back up. And now we're going to interlace our fingers in front of our body and then send the palms out front. Take a deep inhale here and exhale. And then on your next inhale, send your hands up to the ceiling. One more breath here. Extend in the arms, lengthen in the spine. Release. Go ahead and bring the hands back in front. Go ahead and release. So we're going to come into a tabletop position. So your hands are going to be directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are going to be directly underneath your hips. Let's take a couple cat-cows here just to start warming up the spine. We're going to inhale. We're going to take our gaze to the ceiling and we're going to drop our belly towards the mat. And on the exhale, we're going to roll the opposite direction, sending the shoulder blades up to the ceiling and taking our gaze to our belly button. Inhale, roll up towards the ceiling, drop the belly. Exhale, roll the opposite direction, sending the shoulder blades to the chest. Let's take a couple more, just at your own pace. If you want to go a little bit faster, or if you want to go a little bit slower, whatever's comfortable for you, go ahead and take these now. Very good. Okay, now let's go ahead and we're going to just kind of push our knees back just a little bit. Our hands are going to come slightly a little bit more in front, and we're going to lean forward. We're going to slowly start lowering our body all the way down to the ground. Go ahead and bring your toes together to touch here, and then just slightly lift your chest for a baby cobra. If you can pull your hands off the mat, go ahead and try, but if not, keep your hands placed on the mat and help guide your chest and your throat up towards the ceiling. Hold here, and then go ahead and release and go ahead and take your right cheek to the mat. Take an inhale here and an exhale. And on your next inhale, let's go back into that baby cobra. So we're going to start lifting the chest, gazing up towards the ceiling, and pressing our feet down into the mat. If you would like to remove the hands from the mat, go ahead. And release. Go ahead and send the left cheek to the mat this time. Take an inhale and an exhale. And on this next inhale, we're going to go up one more time. Go ahead and come into your baby cobra, gazing up towards the ground, pulling your shoulders away from the mat and pressing your feet and your thighs into the mat. Hold here and release. Go ahead and bring your forehead to the mat. Come back into your tabletop, and we're going to go into a quick child's pose. So we're going to put our toes together, send the knees out to the mat as much as it feels comfortable. The farther you go, the more of a hip opener you're going to get, but they do not have to be separated. If you would like more of a spinal stretch, you can keep them close. And go ahead and sit down on your heels, and then hinge forward at your hips, and let your head float to the ground. Keep your arms active in this pose for today. Inhale here through the nose and exhale through the nose. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, let's come to a tabletop, and we're going to go straight into down dog from here. So come into a plank and then shift your hips up into the air, putting all of your weight, well, the majority of your weight into your palms. Spread your fingers nice and wide and open up your shoulders. Roll them down and away from your ears, broadening through the back. Your heels do not have to touch the mat here, but push the heels back towards the mat. And you can have a slight bend in your knees if this feels good. Let your head hang. Let all the tension just roll down your back off your shoulders. Let's go ahead and come into a plank modification here. Go ahead and drop your knees. We're going to lower down to the mat one more time. And let's take another cobra here. So go ahead and bring your hands out and go a little bit wider on the mat if you'd like. And then lift the chest off of the mat. Roll the head up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale here and then exhale, roll it all the way back down to the mat, back into down dog. From here, let's lift our right leg into the air, send it up nice and straight, and we're going to put that in between our hands. Go ahead and drop the knee, flatten out the foot for a crescent lunge. Go ahead and stack your right knee over your right heel. Hands can come up to your thighs. We're going to inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands interlace behind the back behind you. Let's inhale, look up towards the ceiling. And exhale, take a back bend all the way looking behind you. Bring it back to center. Hands are going to come down to the mat. If you would like, engage the left leg. Keep your left hand on the mat as you reach for the sky with your right hand. Gaze can come down to your left hand and your foot on the mat. Or if you want to challenge, send your gaze up to your right hand. And then go ahead and sweep your arm all the way in front of you, bringing that right hand to the inner part of your right foot, and then extend the left arm all the way up to the ceiling. Again, your gaze can be down towards your mat, or for an added challenge, look up towards your left hand. And go ahead and sweep that left hand back down to the mat. We're going to send that right foot back to meet the left, down dog. Let's do it with the other side. Go ahead and send your left leg all the way up into the air. Step it forward through to your hands. Drop the knee, flatten out the foot. Go ahead and inhale. Arms are going to come all the way up. Exhale, hands interlace behind you, rolling your shoulders down your back. Inhale, start giving an arch in your back and looking towards the back of the room. Push through the hips. Exhale. Inhale, bring both hands back down to the mat. If you would like, engage the right leg. Keep the right hand on the mat. Extend the left hand up to the ceiling. Inhale here. And exhale. Sweep that left arm to the inside of the left foot. Roll open. Right hand comes up. Inhale here. And exhale, both hands back down to the mat. Send the left foot back to meet the right, down dog. Let's come into a plank. Inhale as you lower. Exhale all the way down. Let's take a cobra right here. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower, down dog. Let's take that right leg, send it up into the air. We're going to send it through to the hands. And then we're going to take the left leg. It's going to follow and meet the right leg at the top of your mat. Inhale, come forward with a nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's go all the way to the top. Hands come up above the head. Exhale, palms together. Hands heart center. Let's take Tadasana, hands down by the sides. Engage the quads, engage the core. Roll the hands down and away from the back. We're going to take our right foot behind us and maybe 3 feet, whatever's comfortable, and kind of at a 45-degree angle here. And then we're going to take our hands, we're going to interlace them behind us, roll the shoulders down and back, and send the hips forward. And then ever so slowly, we're going to start giving ourselves a little hip crease bend here, falling forward. Ever so slightly, feeling the stretch in the legs. Nice flat back here. And then go ahead and lift all the way up. Hands are going to come up. We're going to step forward with the right foot, hands, heart center, bring it all the way down. Tadasana. Send the left foot back for your pyramid, about 3 feet, 45-degree angle, both straight legs. And we're going to send our hips to the front. Interlace the hands behind your back, roll down the shoulder, and then ever so slightly start leaning forward at your hip crease until you can't go any farther with a flat back. You can engage your knees. If you need to take a slight bend in your knee, go ahead. Slowly come back up to stand. Inhale the arms up and step forward. Exhale the hands, heart center. From here, let's go straight into Warrior Two. So we're going to send this right leg all the way back. And we're going to take a bend in the left knee. Push this left knee out to the side, but stack it over your ankle. Your hands are going to come all the way out to the side, parallel with the ground, and the side of your back foot is parallel with your mat. Go ahead and gaze over your left front hand here and stay strong in your warrior. Can you sink down a little bit lower? See how low you can go in your warrior and still stay strong in the legs. And then let's take an inhale, lean forward. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Paint the ceiling with your fingertips as you send your arm to the back side of the room. Your gaze can come down to your right foot or your left elbow. And then inhale back to Warrior Two. We're going to straighten the leg for a triangle. So send your hip forward. Lean forward at your hip and then start tilting down towards the mat with your arms. If you have a block available, this is a great moment for the block. And put it right there by your shin. If you do not have a block, just grab for your shin anywhere you can. Just stay off of your knee here. So if you need to come up and grab your thigh, that's okay. Just don't grab your knee. Hold your triangle here. Broaden in the shoulders. Push that left big toe down into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, come back up to stand. We're going to rotate that left foot forward and we're going to rotate the right foot out. So we're going to Warrior Two on the right side. So go ahead and take a bend in your right leg. Remember, keep that knee to the outside. The back foot on the left foot is now parallel with the mat and sink down into your warrior. Stay strong in your warrior. Extend your arms fully. Open up your chest. Inhale here and gaze over your right hand. And extend in your fingers and then paint the ceiling with your fingertips as you come into your peaceful warrior. And then reverse back to warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Start hinging forward at that hip. And then tip into your triangle. Again, if you have your block available, go ahead and take it. Open up in the chest right here, all the way through, and then reach for the ceiling and press into the mat with that right foot. Hold here and go ahead and bring it back up. Scoot that foot forward. We're going to bring our hands to touch in front of us. Kind of heel toe your feet together just a little bit and then jump to Tadasana. And go ahead and find a seat on your mat. And we're going to take it all the way down to the ground. So for today, what we're going to focus on is a boat to try to help engage the core and engage the legs. And then we'll go into our bridge from there. So on your boat, we shouldn't need a block anymore. On your boat, there's many different ways you can do a boat. For today, we are going to sit with our feet in front of us and our knees slightly bent. Go ahead and start engaging the core. You should feel your core engaged here already, and then lift your chest towards the ceiling. So your heart is going towards the ceiling here. And you can lean back just a bit here if you would like. If this is enough for you, this is good. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, go ahead and start picking up your legs. So you can try one at a time if you'd like. So you can pick up one leg and then pick up the other leg. And then if you want a little bit more, go ahead and pick up both legs at the same time. Your hands can be behind your thighs. They can go out straight, or if you'd like to cross, you can do that. You can even have a cactus arm here. Just maintain that chest staying lifted towards the sky. And if you really want a challenge, try to straighten your legs here. This is always fun. Embrace the shake. I shake every single time in this pose. Hold it here. A couple more breaths. Go ahead and slowly tap the toes back down to the mat. You can take your hands out to the side. Just kind of windshield wiper your legs here. Let's do this one more time. So we're going to send the legs up straight and lift the chest into the air. Can you change your hands this time for this round? Can you send them out straight? Do you want to go overhead? Do you want to go out to the side? Challenge yourself here. Lift the chest. Remain lifted. Take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Spread the toes nice and wide. Love yogi toes. And release. Send that down to the ground. All right, so let's go ahead and come all the way down to the mat. And we're going to send the legs straight up into the air. You can do one at a time here if you'd like. So you can keep this right leg bent and send the left leg up. Flex the toes here. If you need to grab the backside of your thigh, go ahead. And go ahead and lower the left leg if you have one. And then send the right leg up. Flex the toes. Sole of the foot is going to go towards the sky. Hands on the back of the thigh if necessary. Go ahead and lower. And then let's go, if we can, let's go both legs same time here. If you need to grab the back side of your thighs, you can. And this is the perfect time for the straps if you need them. So just wrap the strap around your feet and kind of hold it here into your body. Flex those toes and send the sole of your feet all the way up to the sky. All right, go ahead and lower that ever so slightly. And we'll move into bridge. So if you feel like you are done for the day and you cannot do any more active poses, that's okay. You can take a supported bridge. So if you have your block, you're just going to kind of lift up your back just a little bit, and you're going to place that block right at your sacrum, right at your tailbone, and just allow your body to rest here in a restorative resting pose. If you would like to go into the active bridge, go ahead and bend the knees and bring the feet as close to the hips as possible. You should be able to reach your heels or your ankles here. You have a couple of different options. You can grab for your ankles, or you can grab the side of your mat. But what we've been working on for most of the class is being able to roll up on your shoulders. So we've been opening the chest all morning. So go ahead and lift your hips ever so slightly, interlace your fingers, and then start walking up on your shoulders by rolling to the opposite side and sending those shoulders underneath the body. Once you've got that ready, you're going to lift the hips into the air for your bridge. You're going to engage your core and stay active in your quads. Press your feet down into the mat and bring your knees back towards one another. They do have a tend to like fall out or roll onto the side of your feet. So go ahead and bring your toes, bring your feet back flat on the mat. Can you go up a little bit higher on your shoulders, and then send your chin to your chest and your chest to your chin. Slowly start lowering down from your mid back to your low back, all the way to your tailbone. We're going to go one more time, so if you need to take a wiper here, please go ahead. Maybe you want to just touch your knees together and let your legs rest here for a few moments before we head back into bridge. And again, if that was enough for you and you'd like to take a supported bridge, you can absolutely do that. Remember, this is your practice, your journey, your yoga. It is not a perfect. All right, let's go. Feet close to the hips. Slightly lift the hips, send the hands underneath the body, interlace the fingers, roll up on the shoulders, and engage, sending the hips up into the sky. Engage the quads, engage the glutes, roll up on your shoulders and send your chin to your chest. Bring your feet back to the mat, flat on the mat, and the knees closer together. You should be in one line here, all the way from your shoulders to your hips to your legs. A few more breaths. We'll hold here. And release. Roll it down, mid back, low back, tailbone. Great job. All right, let's go ahead and take our legs back into the sky. If you need to place your hands on the back of your thigh, go ahead and maybe do a little ankle roll here. Rolling one way and then reverse. And then go ahead and bend your knees, and let's go into a happy baby from here. So bending the knees, sending them towards your armpits, grabbing the outside of the feet. You want to try to maintain a flat back here on the mat, but if it feels good to roll while you're there, please go ahead. And if you'd like to experience with maybe extending one leg out straight, keeping one bent, feel free to do that also. Whatever pose or stretch we might have missed here that your body is telling you that you need, go ahead and take it now. And we'll go into Shavasana from here. So go ahead and release the legs down to the mat. Just let them fall naturally. Take up space here, and then your hands are going to come to the side. And they can be anywhere from 6 inches to a foot away from you and your mat. But this is your space. We're going to take a few moments to just be. You have nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to say. Just be here for a few moments with your breath. Shut down your eyes. Scan your body. Release the tension. Let your tongue rest soft in your mouth. Remove the wrinkles from your eyebrows and your forehead, your eyes. Let your chest be free. And breathe deep into your body. Start bringing awareness back to your body. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes. Notice how your body is pressed on the mat. Go ahead and roll your wrist and your ankles. And then take one big stretch, just like you're waking up for the first time. And then go ahead and roll onto a side. It doesn't matter. We're not going to stay here long. And when you're ready, use the appropriate hand to lift the body back up to a seated position on the mat. Join me in a seated position as we close out today. I want to thank each and every single one of you for joining me for this practice. It is not always easy to make time for yourself, to practice, and to give your time that reset and that restore. So thank yourself, and I really appreciate you letting me go.